U.S. Coast Guard divers slip into the freezing waters, several feet below the ice sheets, to retrieve the torpedo. Once located, they attach weights to shift the torpedo to neutral buoyancy. Brackets with cables secure the torpedo's body. Next, they coordinate with helicopter pilots to lift the defueled weapon vertically from another hole. As the torpedo comes ashore, the Navy will extract valuable data to evaluate its performance. In any case, this information might become a key to maritime superiority. That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of our new content. See you next time.
Life at sea on board a submarine is unlike anything else on this planet. It's a cramped undersea world where sailors work and live in for months. A very tight place for 155 people to live and work while underwater. Split up into sections of 8 hours each, so they are on watch for 8 hours and have 16 hours between watches. Those that are not on watch will be doing maintenance, training, or other extracurricular work, leaving them with some or even no free time. Sailors have very little private room, and most of it comes down to their bunk beds and pulling the curtain. On the US's largest submarine, the Ohio class, on the third level off to each side, there's 16 bunk rooms in total. Each room has 9 individual racks, also referred to as coffins. And there's a little bit of storage space underneath it. But if you think this living quarter is small, well, remember this is the US's largest sub, and not all submarines have this kind of space. Moreover, many times there are more crew members than bunks, and this means sailors have to share the bed. Those that are not in their designated sleep period will leave their living space open for other crew members to get rest. This is called hot bunking, because when you got in your bunk it was still warm from the last guy. Plus, there are beds also in the torpedo room that often doubles as a sleeping and exercise room. Let's take a closer look at what the bedrooms look like. This is what the crew uses as their laundry bags, so whenever they change clothes, that's where they'll be putting the laundry. Each rack has a foot locker on it, and also each individual rack is assigned its own drawer where they can keep their stuff private. And there's a common locker, so each bunk room will have a common locker. This is usually where people hang up their jackets and things like that. Here's where sailors can fit their clothes, extra flame-resistant coveralls, working uniform, and place them in there, usually for the duration of the underway. There are no more than 3 toilets and 2 showers for enlisted to use, and they're pretty much open all day. Also, there's 1 shower for Chief Petty Officer, 1 for the officers, and 1 shower for the Executive Officer and Commander Officer. They only have 3 to 5 minutes of shower time. But if they have excess water supply, the Executive Officer may authorize Hollywood showers, meaning they can use continually running water. Shower however frequently they choose. In fact, the chief of the boat will usually demand sailors to take a shower if they smell like sweat. Officers share with 2 other officers a small room that has 2 drop-down desks and a drop-down sink. But unfortunately they are censored due to the classified nature of the work that they do. There is a laundry room on the sub with 2 washing machines and 2 dryers where the crew members do their laundry. They assign different days and sign up times for each individual to be able to coordinate when they're off watch and be able to do their laundry. The lack of natural light makes keeping track of time very difficult, and sailors know the time by what type of food they're eating. If there are pancakes, then they know it's morning. but if they eat leftovers, then it's midnight. The food on the submarine is famously great. It kinda compensates the harsh conditions sailors have to face, so they eat pretty well. In fact, the best food you'll ever find in the military is on a submarine. A good meal is a major source of keeping a high morale, since they work long hours and have limited to no communication with their families. Low morale can lead to mental distraction and can lead to mistakes, which are not tolerated in this field of work. So submariners get the best food as well as the best cooks. They don't just peel and boil potatoes, they're trained at culinary school. There are 4 meals a day because of watch rotation, and the crew always brews in the coffee machine. But since space is limited, the cooks and sailors have to get pretty creative in finding ways to store it and distribute its weight as evenly as possible inside the submarine. Everyone's bunk starts out with a bunch of cans underneath the mattress, and they even store canned foods in the showers. Also, the eggs and perishables are stored in the escape trunks, since the ocean is pretty cold because of the submerged depths they normally operate. Fresh food is the first. That also have a small gym that allows sailors to work out. Onboard fitness equipment generally includes an exercise bike, rowing machine, weights along with boxing gloves, pads, and punching bags. There's another hard aspect of sub with onboard devices that can connect to the internet with higher data rates, including via satellite. But there is no such thing as a direct message platform in the submarine community. In addition to letters,